Thank you for joining me today as I draw Lickitung, the third naughtiest of all the Pokemon. I decided to draw Lickitung because I looked in my bag of many colors and realized I had an awful lot of pink. I suppose with all that pink I could have either drawn Lickitung or something for Code Pink to raise breast cancer awareness. But after almost no consideration, I decided to go with the slobbering Japanese tongue monster. Of course, now that Pokemon Go has been unleashed upon the world, I don't think people are paying as much attention to boobs as they used to. It's really quite shameful. As a teenager, I would have given my left testicle to have the limitless access to endless mounds of boobs that our smartphones provide us. But today we have an entire generation of young Pokemon hunters that will never know the struggle of hunting for fleeting glimpses of side boob or perhaps a little down blouse action from that one hot teacher. I grew up in the time before smartphones, and the only boobs you could see came from magazines hidden in your parents' closet or scrambled Cinemax at 2 a.m. Granted, I enjoy gaming as much as the next fat guy, but if you'd handed me a smartphone when I was 13 and told me I could either walk a 10K hunting imaginary monsters or have access to an endless font of amateur mammography, I can assure you today I'd be both blind and quite a bit chafed. I like Pokemon, but just as a friend. I grew out of love with Pokemon as I grew older and came to realize that my dream of traveling the world on an endless adventure with tiny minions doing my bidding and smiting my foes just wasn't going to happen, unless I became leader of North Korea. Don't get me wrong, Pokemon and I still have a decent relationship. I mean, I'm not going to jump out of bed at 3 a.m. to get Pokemon out of jail, but if Pokemon needs help moving a couch, I'd be there as long as I didn't have any other conflicts. Now, kids love Pokemon. Kids of all ages. From the 6-year-old living with their mom and playing games all day with no grasp of the responsibilities of adulthood, to the 35-year-old living with their mom and playing games all day with no grasp of the responsibilities of adulthood. You know what else kids love? Chocolate. Kids love chocolate even more than they love Pokemon. You may doubt it, but extensive experimentation with windowless vans has proven the efficacy of chocolate over Charmander as the preferred bait for toddler traps. Kids are big fans of what I do. I spend a lot of time talking to a lot of families that see me out painting the sidewalk. I feel that I offer a vital service for both the children and parents alike. For the kids, I show them they don't have to stop creating just because you get old. And for the parents, I give them a brief few moments of respite as their kids talk to me for 2 minutes and leave them alone. The relief in some parents' eyes is palpable. They love to have even just a few minutes where they get to relax while their offspring pester someone else instead. I mean, I don't mind the kids, since I only deal with them for a couple minutes before their parents decide they just want to go home and fail for the 5th year in a row to take a power nap before the screaming and incessant questioning begins again. Helping a mom and dad have even a single moment where they're looking at each other again instead of having to continuously chase their exhausting little clone haphazardly through life makes me feel like I've done some good for someone else. And really, that's why I do this. I just want people to be a little happier than they were before they met me. Except for assholes. If sitting on a sidewalk and drawing silly little things can ruin an asshole's day, then mission happily accomplished. I'd like to apologize for the camera angle in this. This was my first attempt at a time-lapse, and frankly, I'm really not known for planning things out. I learned long ago that nothing actually goes as planned, so why plan ahead when you can just push the big red button and hope for confetti? I tend to just do stuff and see how it turns out. This time it turned out sideways. Hopefully the next video won't be quite as wonky. I hope you enjoyed it.